Welcome back to this edition of Jacksonville University's The Dolphin Channel News. I'm David Cotton. While gun control takes center stage in Washington, D.C., our own Ethan Wellhausen explores what this could mean for your rights.
A Harvard study shows that in the past 2 decades, increase in gun purchases has led to a decline in gun violence. Though President Obama tries to sideline America's most powerful gun lobby by attempting to appeal to the National Rifle Association's membership, his hometown, Chicago, with the strictest gun control policies in the nation, had more than 500 murders in the past year.
If Congress passes a law, that will take usually quite a while. What the president can do is issue executive orders, and he's issued about 27 maybe on this particular issue. And most of them have relatively limited impact. Americans have a culture in which this ability to possess a gun is considered a basic freedom.
According to the president, the majority of gun owners believe universal background checks are a good idea. The NRA claims background checks are a needless hassle. For college students, the president's actions to limit gun use is seen by more than 30% as too far, 40% as about right, and less than 10% as not far enough.
My perspective, I think guns should be legal. I mean, it's your right to have a gun, but I don't think the assault rifles should be legal.
I do believe that you need to have a psychological background check, and I do believe that you need to have some type of training before you purchase it as well.
I don't feel that we really have as much a gun issue as we do a cultural and mental health issue.
The debate for many comes down to whether assault weapons should be sold to everyday citizens. The Second Amendment states a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Today, Congress must interpret what the Founding Fathers meant by these words.
It was designed to guarantee that states' rights would actually be implemented, and a guarantee was there. We won't take the guns away from your militia. And whether or not that means that individual citizens who are not part of this well-regulated militia, that remains a question that's still debated among historians.
The gun control laws don't seek to stop recreational use. President Obama himself shoots every now and again. Reporting for the Dolphin Channel, I'm Ethan Wellhausen.
Unlike President Clinton's ban on assault weapons, President Obama chooses to focus on background checks. As the cost of attendance is rising in universities all over the country, students and parents look for creative answers on how to pay for an education. Our 3-part series, A Penny for Our Thoughts, investigates this process of financial aid. In our first installment, a recent graduate who's struggling to pay off his student loan debt offers some advice on how to save money while in school. Jacksonville University students come from all over the world to pursue an education. Some will be engineers, others the civic leaders of tomorrow. Through all of their differences, each Dolphin shares one common thread. Tuition at Jacksonville University was $29,100 for traditional undergraduate students. That's not including these figures for room and board. And while some students can fill that need with scholarships and grants, most are turning to student loans to fill that void. And while the expectation to go to college is at an all-time high, some students are going tens of thousands of dollars into debt before they even receive that first paycheck.
I owe a lot of money to a lot of different lenders. I went to school basically private loans through all the different lenders that I was able to go through. Right now they are back loaning and I am deferred till about 2014.
Corey Gaynor graduated in 2009 and is currently not working in his field of study.
Being an aviation major with JU, you do pay more. Has it got me to a place where I think it could have gotten me? No, but that is kind of with the money and kind of with the issue on myself.
Director of Financial Aid Brianne Simkin tells me Corey's situation isn't unique. In fact, he's part of a growing trend across the country.
Student borrowing nationally, we know, is at a high. I mean, students on average are borrowing and they're using their loan opportunities more so than they were probably obviously 20 years ago.
Because Corey can't afford the monthly payment, he's had to defer his loans past the 6-month grace period.
The bubble will happen, and what happened is these rates are flexible rates. They're not fixed rate products, and that's part of the danger when you use those things, and that's where borrowing can get a little out of control when you borrow every penny you're eligible for.
As time ticks away, The variable interest rate builds on the principal, ultimately doubling his cost of attendance.
I think that what's happened is that people have that expectation that they're going to go to school, and there hasn't been a lot of thought put into how am I going to pay for school.
For Corey, the goal now is to find a job.
And I'm hoping to break that cycle and get a job within the field of aviation.
Although he's a long way from accomplishing that goal, he stands by his belief that higher education is better than none at all. In our next installment, local school district officials will speak about the education students and parents receive before they make the leap to higher education. With a new leader in line, retiring President Dr. Carrie Romesburg said goodbye to the university after 40 years of working in higher education. Romesburg finished his last day on the job February 1st. During his 9 years at JU, Romesburg helped develop the Marine Science Research Institute, the Nagard Rowing Center, and the Dolphin Green. Romesburg will remain on board as a consultant to the new president. With his era coming to an end, the JU community welcomes new president Tim Cost to campus. Reporter Sarah Mecklenburg has the updates on the future changes.
Hundreds of students, faculty, staff, and alumni came out here to the Davis College of Business to greet new president Tim Cost and his wife Stephanie at their welcoming reception.
The former executive at massive corporations such as PepsiCo and Bristol-Myers brings his business skills back to his alma mater. Tim Cost graduated from Jacksonville University in 1981 and has been a trustee for almost 3 years. Cost says his background in finances and planning could be applied on a college campus.
I think people make a mistake if they see higher education in one corner of the world and business in another. Leadership is leadership, and that's all about getting people moving in the same direction. So I plan to come in and do a lot of listening. The faculty and the students and the staff have been gracious in giving me their ideas. I have a lot I want to learn here. I'm not coming in to put any rigid template down on exactly what we're going to do. The skills that you hone in business, many of which I learned here at this university before I graduated, are very much transferable into higher education. Getting people in the same direction, creating priorities, allocating resources, making decisions, and moving, because we're a university that's ready to grow.
JU students go with high hopes and their own expectations into the new era.
What I want to see with the new President Cost is more on-hands activities with the faculty and the students so that we can get to know our teachers and then they can help us one-on-one, especially with the student athletes who are traveling and stuff. They can get to know us and they can help us with a lot of things that we need help with.
What I really expect from him is just a major improvement on student life, and 5-10 years down the road, more publicity for the Jacksonville name.
With the Expire campaign for 2016, Cost and the university plan to advance scholarship and academics, establish a new College of Health and Sciences, enhance campus and student life, update athletic programs and facilities, and build a stronger endowment.
Cost has attended multiple classes since his first full day on the job. The bustle on campus continues. We look at a recent survey to find out which campus bathrooms you deem best and worst. Students and faculty agree that some prerequisites for using a bathroom include a pleasant smell, cleanliness, and vacancy. The best bathrooms on campus are located in the Davis College of Business and the Oak Hall public restrooms located beside Waves. The worst bathrooms located in Brest Hall where the fraternity men live. The bathrooms on campus are cleaned every day but Sunday. From one faction to another on campus, residential life finds a new way to assist students. This time, it's in the laundry rooms. The south portion of campus is home sweet home to almost 1,000 students. With 3 different residence halls, including Botts, Williams, and Oak, student living often consists of hunting for quarters. With the help of new ID readers, students no longer have to save their quarters. The readers allow students to pay for their laundry using the money on their Dolphin card. Students can also check online to see which laundry machines are being used. Now it's time for your JU Sports Update. We continue to bring you coverage of the changes at Everbank Field. On February 5th, the Jaguars announced a new branding campaign, Stand United. At the event, President Mark Lamping revealed yet another surprising update to the franchise coming off a 2-14 performance. Since their inaugural season in 1995, the Jaguars have used the same head logo with only slight variations. In 2013, that all changes. A new logo with a more fierce and realistic adaptation of the Jaguar itself became the new symbol for the hometown team. An alternate logo with the fans nicknamed Jags is an ode to the heavy military influence in the River City, not one embraced by former owner Wayne Weaver. Other proposed changes include the league's largest video boards, costing the city $50 million if approved, and of course new uniforms owner Shad Khan said will be unveiled before April's draft. Part of JU's new Aspire campaign aims to stimulate the athletic department. A long-awaited football stadium is in the works. New facilities continue to be built around campus. Construction of a state-of-the-art stadium is set to begin at the end of this semester. Once completed, the facility will seat over 10,000 people. The backdrop of the monument will be a brand new field house with training rooms, a weight room, locker rooms, and of course offices. Lacrosse will also use the stadium while in season. Basketball fights on this season, attempting to bounce back into conference play. Reporter Adriana Rodriguez brings us the play-by-play for both teams.
JU basketball continues on their long road to the top, taking on Kennesaw State in conference play. Both teams suffered recent losses to Florida Gulf Coast, the men coming up short in a close score of 81-78, and the women's team ended with 49-80. Both teams worked to turn their conference record around. Senior Russell Powell leads his team to climb up the rankings in ASUN play.
We have to force each other to get better every day. We have to come in with the mindset that we're going to be better and we're going to get better at every aspect that we need to work on. After games, we look at film and see the things that we need to work on. So once we get to practice, we need to capitalize on those things so it won't happen again next time. We feel like we have done some great things in this season, even though we've lost 2 games in a row, but we just want to bounce back from those 2 games and continue to move forward.
The 2 away games for the women present an opportunity to boost their standings. Senior Maggie Wilson hopes to finish her senior season off on a high note.
As a senior, I would say just trying to get everyone to stay together and not to get disappointed because we are on our slump, but we have to keep fighting through because we are so close to winning at the end. These past couple games we have been like losing, but we've been so close in the end. If we just pull 1 or 2 things together, we can get a win.
The women's team looks forward to 7 more games remaining in the season, while the men fight to finish with 6 games remaining before the tournament. Reporting for the Dolphin Channel News, I'm Adriana Rodriguez.
The men will host the rest of their games at Jacksonville's Veterans Memorial Arena for the remainder of the 2013 season. Men's lacrosse is in full swing as they open their season with an exhibition game at ESPN's Wide World of Sports in Orlando. Taking on the Blue Devils will prepare the Dolphins for the Moe's Southwest Lacrosse Classic later this month. Let's get physical, or flexible rather, with a new fitness class on campus. Yoga is now offered as a recreational class at the bottom of the Davis Student Commons in Fitness Room B. Led by instructor Robert Beeman, students practice a series of techniques and stretching to better their minds and bodies. Students now have a new way of expressing exercise habits and having open minds in cultural differences. Classes are held there 3 days a week, starting at 3 p.m. You must, however, sign the attendance sheet before class begins. The Department of Visual Arts kicked off the semester by unveiling a renovated gallery space. The biannual faculty exhibition began in early January and serves as an outlet for faculty artists to exhibit their works. They include photography, graphic design, ceramics, and of course an interactive rock climbing wall. This exhibit stretches over more space than previous shows with renovated gallery rooms added. The space features solid gray walls with new lighting and wooden floors. The space was previously used for pre-Columbian art. Scholarships are a resource for young adults to further their education, and here at JU, many seek the extra help. The Student Solutions Center held the 2nd annual scholarship fair this semester in the Davis Student Commons. The fair provided a list of scholarships students could be eligible for, laptop stations for submitting applications, and writing center staff on hand to help students write essays. They also gave away prizes to various students, such as a gift card from the JU bookstore. To make sure you get the most out of your student financial aid, make sure you turn in your FAFSA by the end of March. That's going to do it for this edition of Jacksonville University's The Dolphin Channel News. For everybody here, I'm David Cotton. We'll see you soon.
Con